Are you serious, people? Are you serious? Shit, this fucking thing. God damn it. Fuck. Fuck. There, is that better? Have to hold up. It took me 40 seconds to get my shit, almost a minute to get my damn camera straight. Yeah. I'm boycotting TA Petro, like my shirt. Boycotting TA Petro and Shell. Shell owns TA Petro. I go into the damn Petro. It should not cost $22 for a fucking buffet plus tip. 25 bucks. One person. They upped the price of the foods. They got that stupid fucking reserve parking bullshit. $18 a spot, reserve parking. TA Petro, they're owned by Shell, both of them. They merged, or Shell bought them out. I'm never stopping at another TA Petro again another day in my life. I'm here in York. I'm here at the Petro in York, Nebraska. Big parking lot. I'm gonna get a couple hours down the road. I'm gonna see how much time I got left. I got some time left. I got like a couple hours left, I don't know. Got 5 hours left to drive? No shit. I didn't think I had that much left. Alright, I'll get some time down the road. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, that's not what I want to make the video about. Yeah, 2.5 minutes in. I want to talk about this Turkey conflict. But first off, I heard of it that there was a helicopter that crashed in New York, in the East New York River, whatever, near Manhattan, and 5 people are on board, 5 injuries. There was 1 report of fatalities. I can't confirm that, but that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the New World Order. The global government is expanding. Turkey, which is becoming an Islamic country, is now. They're taking over Syria. They're bombing the shit out of them. They shot down a Russian warplane. And there's been reports, unconfirmed, but reports of Turkey soldiers executing female civilians. Hostages, whatever. There was also a picture floating around Twitter. It looked like it was a fake. Like there was a picture. It was a United States flag, but the flag looked like it was fake because it had the stars in the middle. But allegedly, there are 3 Turkey soldiers stomping on an American flag. They're part of NATO, which is part of the global government. You see what's happening here. They all these countries in the Middle East, they overthrew them. Iraq, Syria, there's a few others. Lebanon got bombed in the 80s, but it wasn't us that did it. We got blamed for it. Look at the Libya, Sudan. I mean, those countries, they're collapsing. Venezuela's collapsing. You see what's happening here? Their governments are collapsing. They're getting, I mean, they're getting overthrown, and then they're coming in, and Turkey's part of NATO. Now that Syria has been overthrown, pretty much, Turkey, who's part of NATO, is coming in and going to put in their global Rothschild bank. We now have Donald Trump sitting down with Kim Jong-un. Okay? Now, I voted for Donald Trump, but I did some research, and he's got some characteristics of the Antichrist. But so did Obama. So now, I met Donald Trump in person in March of 2016. I shook his hand at the Phoenix, Arizona Convention Center downtown. I did put some pictures on Instagram of me meeting Donald Trump, but my Instagram was terminated for free speech. I put some pictures on Facebook, but that was terminated as well a few months later. But yes, I did meet Donald Trump in March of 2016. It was pretty biblical. Shook his hand, you know. So if he is the Antichrist, and you could say I shook the Antichrist's hand. I don't believe he's the Antichrist, but I'm just saying, with him, the Antichrist, it says in the Bible, I mean, as the global government fortifies their positions, we're getting close. We're stepping further and further into that new world order that they want to push. And we're living in biblical times. I mean, things in the Bible, they've been coming true for a while. So, as they usher in that global government across all these countries, and now, you know, we're on the brink of nuclear war with North Korea. And now Kim Jong-un has decided, you know, he has agreed to sit down with talks. Is this going to be like a repeat of Japan, the United States and Japan? Well, we sit down with the leaders, and a few weeks later, we get bombed, we get thrown into the war, overthrow some countries, put in their governments. That's what happened in World War II. Did you know before we got attacked at Pearl Harbor, did you know that Japanese not the prime minister, but there was some high officials in Japan that came over to Hawaii and the United States. Harry Truman. Was it Harry Truman? No, the one before him. Not Johnson. What the fuck was his name? Yeah, it was Harry Truman. Yeah, it was. He shook hands with the Japanese Prime Minister or somebody, high official, 3 weeks before we got bombed. Now, Kim Jong-un is going to sit down with Donald Trump, shake his hand. We don't know where this is going to happen yet, allegedly in May. I'm not saying we're going to get nuclear attacked. I'm just saying that, you know, what's going to happen? Is Kim Jong-un going to agree to the United States take him over, overthrow the government? And, oh yeah, ha ha ha, shake your hand, ha ha. Yeah, you can overtake my country, ha ha ha. And then push in their global, make a deal with them, and then push in their Rothschild Bank. That's what happened with Syria. Secretary of State at the time, John Kerry, him and his wife sat down with Bashar Assad and his wife. Somewhere at a location up in Europe or something. They sat down at dinner. They had dinner together. John Kerry, his wife, Bashar Assad, and his wife, they sat down together. And then this shit with Syria started. So they came to an agreement. Oh, okay, you could bomb my country. Sure, kill lots of civilians. And then usher in your Rothschild Bank, you get part of the deal. Okay. Is that what's going to happen? I don't know. I'm not saying. I'm just throwing things out there. We don't know what kind of talks it's going to happen between Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump. But you see what's happening now. Turkey's part of NATO. They're coming in Syria. They're saying that, oh, the Russians are violating airspace. They're shooting down Russian planes. They're killing innocent civilians now. They're going around. They're killing Christians. Yeah. ISIS was going from village to village killing Christians. Turkey is ISIS supporters. You look where Turkey's at. They're halfway in Asia, Europe. They're trying to get in the EU, I think. So you see what's going on, man. It's just the global elite, the global movement, they're fortifying their positions. Syria has been for sale for a while. Got to put in that Rothschild Bank. Once you put in that Rothschild Bank, control the economy, you got them by the nuts. It's ridiculous. They're pushing for that global government. There's only like a handful of countries left that don't have that global government. I mean, there's more than that. There's probably like 2 handfuls. But the smart thing that Italy and what was the other country? The UK did. Britain. They got out of the EU. They voted out. They got out. But EU, the UK is still a communist country. The UK is still run by a Satanist named Queen Elizabeth. She's part of the New World Order. She's part of the global elite. There's only a few countries in Europe that aren't part of this EU. Switzerland, Italy, Britain, Turkey. Turkey's, they're turning Sharia law. They're turning Islamic. They're going to be the next Pakistan. There's no doubt in my mind. So, I mean, the president of Turkey, I think he's a Muslim. I mean, the Bible talks about the great deceiver. Who's the great deceiver? Muhammad, Allah, whatever. The Bible talks about the great deceiver. 1 billion people worship that religion. It's a barbaric religion. But anyway, I gotta get down the road. Anyway, that's it.